जाती। उस स्मृति ने समृद्ध आत्मा बना दिया। एक शब्द ने मेरा बाबा भाग्य विधाता अकुट खजाने के दाता को मेरा बना लिया। ऐसी कमाल करने वाले बच्चे हो ना, परमात्मा पालना के अधिकारी बन गए। जो परमात्मा पालना सारे कलप में एक बार मिलती है। आत्माएं और देवात्माएं की पालना तो मिलती है, लेकिन परमात्मा पालना सिर्फ एक जन्म के लिए मिलती। तो आज के स्मृति सुसमृद्धि दिवस पर परमात्मा पालना का नशा और खुशी सहज याद रहना, क्योंकि आज का वायुमंडल सहज याद का था। तो आज के दिन सहज योगी रहे कि आज के दिन भी युद्ध करनी पड़ी याद के लिए। क्यों सने दिन कहेंगे ना आज का, सने मेहनत को मिटा देता, सने सब बातें सहज कर देता। तो सभी आज के दिन विशेष सहज योगी रहे कि मुश्किल आई, जिसको मुश्किल आई हो आज के दिन वो हाथ उठाओ। किसको भी नहीं आई, सब सहज योगी रहे। अच्छा, जो सहज योगी रहे वो हाथ उठाओ। अच्छा सहज योगी रहे। आज माया को छुट्टी दे दी थी, माया नहीं आई, आज नहीं आई। आज माया को विदाई दे दी। अच्छा, आज तो विदाई दे दी, उसकी मुबारक हो। अगर ऐसे ही सने में समाये रहो तो माया को तो विदाई सदा के लिए हो जाएगी। क्योंकि बाप दादा इस वर्ष को 70 साल पूरे हो रहे हैं।
माता पिता सद्गुरु सखा तुम्ही तो एक हमारे हो। शिक्षक तुम्ही, रक्षक तुम्ही, दिल के तुम्ही सहारे हो। मिला सारे रिश्तों का प्यार तुमसे।
ओम शांति।
ओम शांति। अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 16। अब लगन की अग्नि को प्रज्वलित कर योग को ज्वाला रूप बनाओ। आज का विषय है तपस्वी मूर्त। तपस्वी मूर्त का अर्थ है तपस्या द्वारा शांति के शक्ति की किरणें चारों ओर फैलती हुई अनुभव में आए। यह तपस्वी स्वरूप औरों को देने का स्वरूप है। जैसे सूर्य विश्व को रोशनी की और अनेक विनाशी प्राप्तियों की अनुभूति कराता है, ऐसे महान तपस्वी आत्माएं ज्वाला रूप शक्तिशाली याद द्वारा प्राप्ति के किरणों की अनुभूति कराती है। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। सभी ठीक हैं, मौज में हो। बाबा जो हम बच्चों को इशारा देते हैं, चाहे उसको अव्यक्त इशारा को, चाहे डायरेक्शंस देते हैं, हम बच्चों के लिए वो होमवर्क भी हो जाता है, चेकिंग भी होती है, पता भी लगता है कि हमारे पुरुषार्थ में कैसी रफ्तार है, क्या प्राप्ति हो रही है, क्या और करना है। तो ये रोज का होमवर्क जो होता है वो अभ्यास के लिए भी अच्छा है। तो इसलिए आज हम बाबा ने जो परिभाषा दी है, रोज बाबा कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंट शब्दों में ज्वालामुखी, ज्वाला रूप, उसके बारे में बताते रहते हैं। क्योंकि सागर है ज्ञान का, तो उसके पास तो कितना, बाबा के पास तो कितना खजाना है ना। और बाबा यही चाहते हैं बच्चे भी मास्टर ज्ञान सागर बने। बाबा के बच्चे और मास्टर ना हो, तो इसलिए हर बात में मास्टर ज्ञान सागर, मास्टर शांति के सागर, हर प्रकार के सागर बनना जरूरी है। आज बाबा कह रहे हैं, बाबा बहुत ध्यान देते हैं आजकल चलन और चेहरे पर, कि पहले पहले तो चेहरे पर हमारे जो बाबा की ज्ञान की या जो भी गुण है वो हमारे चेहरे से दिखाई दे। स्वरूप में, सोचता स्वरूप नहीं, स्थिति। ऐसे नहीं कि हम बैठे तो मैं आत्मा हूँ, परमात्मा ये सोचें, परंतु उस याद में हम स्थिर रहें। राइट। तो इसमें बाबा आज कह रहे हैं कि आपकी मूर्ति तपस्वी मूर्ति हो। ऐसे तो देवताओं की मूर्ति अलग होती है, उनकी कंबाइंड होती है, तपस्वी भी है तो देवता भी है। तो आज बाबा कह रहे हैं कि तपस्वी मूर्त बनो। तपस्वी मूर्त का अर्थ है, क्योंकि जब बाबा कहते हैं बनो, हाँ, तो मन में प्रश्न आता है ना, कैसे, क्या है वो। तो बाबा परिभाषा दे रहे हैं कि तपस्वी मूर्त का अर्थ है तपस्या के द्वारा शांति के शक्ति की किरणें चारों ओर फैलती हुई अनुभव में आए। तो तपस्या का मतलब सिर्फ योग नहीं है। किसी भी स्वरूप में जब हम टिकते हैं, जैसे बाबा कह रहे हैं ना कि तपस्वी मूर्त का अर्थ है तपस्या के द्वारा शांति की शक्ति, शांति की शक्ति की किरणें चारों ओर फैलती हुई अनुभव में आए। जब आप बैठो हाँ, तो किरणें तो वाइब्रेशन से है ना, तो इतना दूसरों को अच्छा, उन्हें भी अनुभव हो शांति का, चाहे साइलेंस का। तो बाबा कहते हैं ये तपस्वी स्वरूप औरों को देने का स्वरूप है। तो बाबा एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं, जैसे सूर्य विश्व को रोशनी, सूर्य विश्व को रोशनी देता है ना, क्योंकि जब सूर्य शाइन कर रहा होता है, तो सारे जहां भी है, वहां पर दिन भी हो जाता है। तो जैसे सूर्य विनाशी प्राप्तियों की अनुभूति कराता है, आज हमारा इतना सोलर सिस्टम चलता है, और कई तरह के कार्य होते हैं, किससे होते हैं? किरणों के द्वारा। ऐसे महान तपस्वी आत्माएं ज्वाला रूप शक्तिशाली याद। तो ज्वाला रूप क्या होगा? बहुत ये प्रश्न पूछते हैं, ज्वालामुखी क्या होता है, ज्वाला रूप क्या होता है? तो बाबा सिंपल बता रहे हैं, सिर्फ आप अंडरलाइन करके लिख लो, तो समय पर आपको वो याद आए। तो बाबा कहते हैं ऐसे महान तपस्वी आत्माएं जो ज्वाला रूप हैं, वो शक्तिशाली याद, फिर भी याद है, राइट? शक्तिशाली याद के द्वारा प्राप्ति के किरणों की अनुभूति कराती है। तो शांति की शक्ति कहो। हाँ, आज बाबा विशेष याद को भी कह रहे हैं कि शक्तिशाली बनाओ, और उसके लिए क्या है, टिको उस स्थिति में, जैसे एकदम साइलेंस में है, एकदम जैसे बाबा की याद है, फुल फोर्स में, फुल कंसंट्रेशन। तो उसकी जो वाइब्रेशंस हैं, उससे दूसरों की बहुत प्राप्ति होगी। हाँ, तो सभी को क्या करना है आज, दिन भर, जब भी टाइम मिले, दो, ये कोई आधे घंटे 1 घंटा नहीं, 2 मिनट 5 मिनट, अमृत वेला अच्छा करो, शाम को 7 बजे से योग करो, और फिर दिन में ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल होता है, 5-10 मिनट बैठ करके अपना तपस्वी रूप बनाओ, ज्वाला रूप बनाओ। जो बाबा कह रहे हैं ना कि याद के द्वारा भी दूसरों को प्राप्ति की कहने हो, दूसरा ऐसा फील होगा, और प्राप्ति का मतलब यह कि उसका भी मन करेगा मैं भी शांति में बैठ जाऊं। बहुत लोग आजकल अनुभव सुनाते हैं, कि आते हैं, मन में बहुत संकल्प होते हैं, बैठते हैं, तो साइलेंस हो जाती है, चाहे वो बाबा के कमरे में बैठे, चाहे वो हम योग कर रहे हैं वहां आके बैठे, परंतु वाइब्रेशंस ऐसी हो, दूसरों को पुल हो, तो वो जैसे किरणें फैल रही हैं, उन्हें शक्ति का अनुभव हो, जो उनकी अपनी पर्सनल स्थिति नहीं है, जो उनकी जैसे कि प्राप्ति होती है। तो मैं समझती हूँ इस प्रकार की सेवा अगर हम करें, तो जो आत्माएं आएंगी हमारे सामने, वो सहयोगी होंगी, ज्ञान में उनकी रुचि होगी, ऐसे नहीं कोई भी आत्माएं होंगी। तो क्वालिटी की अगर हमें सेवा चाहिए, तो वो हमारी किरणों से, हमारी वाइब्रेशंस होंगी, वो खींच के लाएंगी। जिनको परमात्मा को ढूंढ रहे हैं, या दुख है, शांति है, शांति चाहिए, नहीं, बाबा कहता है भक्तों की पुकार। भक्तों की पुकार क्या है? सुख शांति चाहिए, बाबा से मिलन मनाना है। तो ये सब प्राप्तियां उनको होंगी जब हम लोग, तपस्वी मूर्त होकर के बैठेंगे। तो सहज है, सिर्फ करने की बात है, राइट? बाबा तो दिन प्रतिदिन हर बात को सिंपल करते जाते हैं, हमें समझ भी आए, हम कर भी पाए। बाबा कहता है ना, मैं अपने बच्चों को मेहनत करते हुए नहीं देखना चाहता। तो तपस्या शब्द थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है पता नहीं कि तपस्वी मुहूर्त क्या होगा। हाँ, कई कह देते हैं शंकर तपस्वी मुहूर्त है। तो अशरीरी अवस्था, हाँ, शंकर की अशरीरी अवस्था है, विनाश की ज्वाला। हाँ, कल बाबा ने कहा ना, सब कचरा भी जल जाता है, सब कुछ जल के साफ हो जाता है। तो इसी तरह से ही हमको अभी बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सोच के भी कि कितना अच्छा अनुभव खुद को भी होगा, दूसरों को भी होगा। किससे? तपस्या मूर्त, चाहे वो शांति की शक्ति की किरणें, चाहे बाबा की याद कहो शक्तिशाली, कोई भी दो में से एक याद में बैठ जाओ, शांति के स्तंभ की तरह बैठ जाओ, और देखो कितनी आत्माओं को शांति की और शक्ति की प्राप्ति का अनुभव होगा। तो इसलिए अभी हम 3 मिनट के लिए दोनों स्थितियों का अभ्यास करते हैं। ओम शांति।
अव्यक्त मुरली रिवीजन 1969 से। ज्ञान के रतन और स्नेह के मोती। ओम शांति। 18 जनवरी 1977। 18 जनवरी का विशेष महत्व पहले से ही बाप दादा बता देते हैं। अब सामने कैसे जाएंगे? यह रॉयल रूप का संशय दुनिया वालों को भी संशय बुद्धि बनाने के निमित्त बनेगा। हाँ, कहा है, अभी भी कहेंगे। इसी निश्चय और नशे में रहो तो वे नमस्कार करने आएंगे कि धन्य है आपका निश्चय। समझा? घबराओ नहीं। क्या जेल में जाने से डरते हो? डरते नहीं, घबराते हैं। सामना करने की शक्ति नहीं है। यही कहो कि जो कुछ कहा था उसमें कल्याण था, अब भी है, हम अभी भी कहते हैं। उनको अगर ईश्वरीय नशे और रमणीकता से सुनाओ तो वो और ही हंसेंगे। लेकिन पहले स्वयं मजबूत हो। समझा? आज सबके संकल्प पहुंचे। सबको इंतजार था कि 18 तारीख को क्या सुनाएंगे। अब सुना? बाप दादा साथ है। कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता, कह नहीं सकता। जलती हुई मिट्टी में भी पुंगरे सलामत रहे। यह तो कुछ भी नहीं है।
बाल भी बांका नहीं कर सकता। साधारण साथ नहीं, सर्वशक्तिवान का साथ है। इसीलिए निश्चय बुद्धि विजयंती। डेट बताने की जरूरत ही नहीं। कभी भी फाइनल विनाश की डेट फिक्स नहीं हो सकती। अगर डेट फिक्स हो जावे तो सब सीट्स भी फिक्स हो जावे। फिर तो पास विथ ऑनर्स की लंबी लाइन हो जाए। इसीलिए डेट से निश्चिंत रहो। जब सब निश्चिंत होंगे तो डेट आ ही जाएगी। जब सभी इस संकल्प से निसंकल्प होंगे, वही डेट विनाश की होंगी। अच्छा, ऐसे अचल, अडल, अखंड, सदा हर परिस्थिति में भी श्रेष्ठ स्थिति में अडोल, सर्वगुणों और सर्व शक्तियों के स्तंभ स्वरूप आत्माओं को बाप दादा का याद प्यार और नमस्ते। ओम शांति।
मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो। मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो।
परम पिता शिव की गली सहार हो। परम पिता शिव की गली सहार हो।
मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो। मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो।
तो हम वास्तव में कौन हैं? ये शरीर हमारा एक माध्यम है, सेल्फ एक्सप्रेशन का साधन है, और हम आत्माएं इनके द्वारा स्वयं को एक्सप्रेस करते हैं। और जब हम पिता परमात्मा से उनके गुणों को, उनके कर्तव्यों को जानकर उनसे अपना पूरा जोड़ लेते हैं, तो पिता के समान जैसे बच्चे। बहुत सिंपल मिसाल है, आपको देख करके तो बहुत सहज लगता है कि भाई राजा का बेटा क्या बनेगा? राजकुमार। और जब बड़ा होगा, जैसे हमारे सिरोही महाराज कुमार यहाँ बैठे हैं, बड़े भाई साहब जो हैं वो भी पहले महाराज कुमार कहलाते रहे, अभी वो महाराजा हैं। तो बाप के समान इसी तरह से हम आत्माओं के परम पिता जो हैं, उनके जो गुण हैं वो वर्षे के रूप में हम सर्व आत्माओं को प्राप्त है। और उसमें सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हम अगर परमात्मा को याद करते हैं तो थोड़ा भक्ति में और इस ज्ञान मार्ग में अंतर है। भक्ति में हम पूजा करते रहे और उनसे मांगते रहे और उनके आगे अपनी कमियों का वर्णन करते रहे। ज्ञान मार्ग में ये जो अपना यहाँ पर ज्ञान शिक्षा मिलती है, इसको हम ज्ञान मार्ग कहते हैं। इसमें भक्ति की तरह मांगने का नहीं है। राजाई संस्कार भगवान हम आत्माओं में कैसे डालते हैं कि मांगने से मरना भला। आप वारस हो, जन्मने से ही वारस हैं। इसी तरह से आत्मिक रूप से भी हम परमात्मा के प्रॉपर्टी कहो, परमात्मा के गुण कहो, परमात्मा की जो विशेषताएं हैं जिनका वर्णन सारी दुनिया करती है, वो वर्षे के रूप में हम उनसे प्राप्त करते हैं। लेकिन कब करते हैं? जब पूरी पहचान से उनके साथ अपनी लगन जोड़ते हैं, मन को जोड़ते हैं। तो ये चीज जब समझ में आई तो उसके बाद फिर जीवन में चेंज आती है। जो अपने जीवन में चेंज आई, सबसे पहली बात क्या आई कि जो हम भगवान से प्रार्थना करते थे आरती के टाइम पर या अरदास के टाइम पर, प्रार्थना के टाइम पर, कि हमें इन 5 विकारों से छुड़ाओ,
महकोगे फूल बन के इस जहान में, महकोगे फूल बन के इस जहान में, चमकोगे चांद से अंधकार में, चमकोगे चांद से अंधकार में। तुम सृष्टि के श्रृंगार हो, तुम बहार हो, तुम सृष्टि के श्रृंगार हो, तुम बहार हो। मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो, मधुबन के इस चमन की तुम बहार हो।
Om Shanti. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic. Image of tapasya. To be an image of tapasya is to experience rays of the power of peace spreading everywhere through your tapasya. An embodiment of tapasya is the form of giving to others. Just as the sun gives the world light and the experience of other perishable attainments, in the same way, great tapasvi souls give the experience of the rays of attainment with their powerful volcanic remembrance. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today's day 16. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic. Today's topic, image of tapasya. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is happy because confluence age is the age where Baba wants us to be constantly happy. Dadi Gulzar used to tell us, whatever happens, never lose your happiness. So, ever happy, ever loveful, that should be consistent, not up and down. People can notice immediately. Sometimes you are full of enthusiasm, sometimes there is no enthusiasm. So we have to be consistent, because when we are consistent, then the power is there. And especially we are doing service, and also we know that how the service can be done these days, especially all over the world. There is so much fear, so much worry, anxiety, unnecessary thoughts. So if we sit wherever, whether you are at workplace, whether you are at your home, but sit with concentration, ignite the flame. And from there, the rays from that flame will reach many souls. And they will feel that, they will experience that I was experiencing lot of love. I was experiencing silence. So different people come and they share their attainments. And that attainment is from our stable and consistent stage. Stable and consistent. Both are very important. So today Baba is giving us homework of image of tapasya. To be an image of tapasya is to experience a rays of power of peace spreading everywhere through your tapasya. So even when you are, if you are reading Murli, after Murli, in between, just say, let's do few minutes, be that image of peace. Become image of peace. No, like we have Tower of Peace in Madhuban, Pandavavan. So I should also, why we made tower? Because Baba was very stable. Baba says that an embodiment of tapasya, when you are image of tapasya, is the form of giving to others. So if you have a minute or two, 5 minutes, and then again, because everyone's mind is very active. Yesterday, Baba said, day before, that if you get the thoughts of service, that's not yoga, right? We think lot, maybe not wasteful, but lot of thinking of service is waste also. No? We need power, and planning definitely will be good one. So that kind of just be sit at least 10 minutes, say, I will be only image of peace, and do the drill together in the gathering. If you are there, or students are there, or even some, when people are doing course, in between, do the drill, do the practice. So Baba says, an embodiment of tapasya is a form of giving to others, not only through words, but you're giving them experience. Just as Baba gives example, just as the mm, sun in the sky, uh, what it does, gives mm, many attainments. Sun gives world light. Mm, When sun rises, light begins more and more. And then from there, all other facilities emerge. The experience of other perishable attainments, in the same way, great tapasvi soul give the experience of the rays of attainment with their powerful volcanic remembrance. Hmm. How enjoyable it could be when your remembrance of Baba is volcanic. Hmm. Many ask us how the sins get burned. So when there is volcanic remembrance, then the sins get burnt also. So Baba said, attainments, and one of the attainment is that past is completely removed. So Baba is saying, so what we have to do now is to become image, embodiment. And that is just kind of, your mind should be peaceful mind. Some people, their mind is peaceful but very active, right? We are also active, but not in the sense it keeps going on, right? Something which I need to think, once I think 5 times, right? So we keep thinking. So anyone comes in front of you will not have experience either of silence or peace. But you giving lesson, then you just sit and you see how they will be pulled. And when they see this, when they go home, they will start practicing. We had a mother, she used to come, and then when she goes home, she will start cleaning. Right? So very, very good family, Jewish family. So her husband said, what happens when you come from center, you start cleaning? She said, because the place is so clean there. So when I come here, I feel, oh, I should do too. So same way, if they see us, that sisters are sitting, they are sitting as an image, when they go home, they will definitely think, why can't I do that? Let me do it, right? It's only teaching by actions, setting a good example to be image. Mm. But they always see us as a householder, right? What householders do, they are always busy. Mm. And tapasvi balance it. When it's karma yoga, we do it. Otherwise, we become an image and sit in silence. Even 10 minutes, just imagine, even in 10 minutes, the rays can spread. Not only that, but those who see you as image, they will be inspired. Mm. That why can't I be like that? Why can't I live? Like how many of us always talk about Brahma Baba? Because we saw him as a real in Baba's remembrance, very peaceful, very silent, because we have seen him. So we keep giving that. Not only we do it, but we give example to others also. So this is the time for all of us to follow Baba's signal, and become this, so that others can also follow it and they also become image of peace, image of volcanic remembrance. How good it will be, right? If we all pay attention and do it, then it will be really very good, right? So we will practice it today. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, dear Sister Wadi. Om
Om
Shanti, Vikti
Shanti. New scene in the drama.
Yes. We have been interviewing Didi, so today we want to interview you.
All right, so
So
let's
today
see where we go. Yeah.
Okay. So Avikti Parivar has been listening to you for a long time. So we would like to know a little bit about your journey with Baba, how it began, where it went, including today's topic as well, about being an image of tapasya.
Well, a couple of things. Hearing the Murli, you know, the 1969 revision Murli.
Mm-hmm.
Today's date was the 18th of January, 1977. And I was in Madhaban for that Murli. I had come to Baba in 76 and had to go to Madhaban to see if this was for me or not. I didn't consider myself a Brahmin at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And what Baba was referring to in the Murli, some of the old ones will remember that there was a time when the BKs thought that destruction was going to be in 1976. Right?
Oh.
That's right, yeah. And so what Baba was talking about in that Murli, although there were there were a couple of other Murlis before that, in earlier January.
Mhm.
And so he was saying how many people had put off making a decision for their lives until they would see what would happen. And so Baba was sort of referencing people's faith and how, nothing happened and everybody was safe and so on. So he mentioned yesterday, and it caught my attention, the translation of, he used the word, or the word that was translated was awareness, but then in parentheses was the word memories. And how when there are these memories, there's automatically the feeling of power. And so I have to say that part of my story also involved, and it brought a smile to my face when I saw him this evening, Brother Nervair, because he was the instrument at that same time in those days for my having the profound realization of the fact that I was a soul and the connection with Baba, which was bliss, complete bliss. And it was like, where just knowledge didn't do it, but it was like Baba saying, okay, I'm going to show you. The only way you're going to get it is by my showing you. And so Nirverbai was the instrument for that. And so I had my major realization in Madhaban after having been with the BKs in London for about 4 months. And
So
that
this was
changed.
the first time?
Sorry?
This was the first time, the 18th January, when you met Baba?
No, I met him perhaps, as I say, I went to India in December 76. There was a group went from London, but I didn't go with them. I went by myself. And because everybody knew that I didn't consider myself a BK. There was a lot of love for Daddy Janki in particular and her classes, but I knew that I had to go to the source to find out if this was for me. And so there was a big, you may have heard about this big conference that there was in Bombay at the end of 1976 called Divinize the Man. And so I was there for that. And then we all went by train to Madhuban, and I was in love with Madhuban, was Pandav Bhavan, was immediate, Mount Abu, all of that. But still I was insisting, I'm not a BK, I'm not part of this. And then I met Baba. There was maybe before that 18th of January Murli, there may have been 1 or 2 Murlis before that. And one of those times Baba came, and this of course was in the meditation hall in Pandav Bhavan. There was no stage, there was no anything like that. He was just on a gadi. And we got to have personal meetings. And so even though I had a personal meeting, and the first thing Baba asked me was, have you made up your mind yet? Yeah, and I told Baba no. And anyway, there followed a discussion. And he said, you realize this life is the highest? And I said, yes, but maybe I'm not the highest. And then Baba said something very interesting, because although people knew that I didn't consider myself a BK, but my plan was, if the BK experience was not for me, then I was going to travel around India, because I'd traveled many countries, but I'd not been to India. And I hadn't really shared this. There wasn't that kind of closeness with anyone. And Baba held up his finger and he says, don't go wandering here and there or you will lose. And just the way there were so many experiences after the realization through a yoga experience, for which Nirverbai was the instrument, it was like, yes, this, I couldn't argue with that experience. It was so profound and so life-changing. And so I thought then, when I go back to London, now I'm going to go back to London and I'm going to become a good student. I'm going to go to the class every day, because I didn't go to the class every day before. But drama was beautiful in that it allowed me to remain in India for 5 months. And yeah, and give full vent to my deep sanskar of traveling. So I traveled for about 5 months, mostly in Punjab and Himachal, and then was able to go back to Madhaban again and meet Baba again. You know, this was the one misdoubting Thomas, and yet she gets this experience. And Baba picked up the conversation with me in May that had been left off in January. You know, how Baba knows each soul. And then very simply, you know, how things just happen. None of it was with a decision. I went back to London. I've told this story so many times before, but I went back to London finally after 5 months and meeting Baba again. And now I'm ready to, you know, go back to work and, you know, find an apartment, go back to work and be a good student and go to class every day. So it was a Saturday evening that I arrived back from India, and I was carrying Toli from Yogini Ben for Daddy Janki. And so I thought, let me go to the center and deliver the Toli, and then I would go and stay with my brother who lived nearby. And so Daddy, I met Daddy, and she already knew because I'd been in contact with her the whole time. She knew of my transformation. And she said, where are you going to stay tonight? And I said, I'm going to stay with my brother. He lives in Harleston, which was very, you know, about 15 minutes away by car. And she said, but you won't be able to get a bus tomorrow morning. She knew the buses ran late on a Sunday because it wasn't a work day. She said, why don't you stay here for a day or two? That was Tennyson Road. And that was the end of the story. You know, it wasn't
those days never ended.
Those days never ended. The same way that she sent me to Florida for a month, and the days never ended either. And that was, I don't know,
beautiful.
3 years or so ago. Anyway, so that's the gist of it.
Right. But how did you, so you said, no, the first experience you had, your yogic experience, did you really feel that it was volcanic remembrance?
Oh, I mean,
today?
I didn't know those expressions, but it was so profound. It was so earth-shattering. The only word, I mean, the most beautiful word that you have in Hindi, as far as I'm concerned, to describe it is Ati Indriya Sukh.
Right.
That it was total bliss. There was light emanating from me. There was light coming into me. Although I'm sitting there looking like a normal person, but on the other hand, I wasn't there. I wasn't in that limited reality at all. And even though there had been nice experiences in meditation before, but you know, a couple of things that happened. One, the intensity of the experience. My imagination could never have taken me there. Could never have taken me there. But it was like when that experience happened, it was like every point of knowledge fit in the intellect, which it hadn't done before that. You know, my ego thought I understood what they were saying and rejected this like that, and so on and so forth. But it was like suddenly click, 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 click. everything lined up.
It all emerged.
Yeah, and that was definitely, it was life-changing. It was life-transforming. That was so I would say, yes, that was volcanic.
So what would you say the basis of this volcanic? Because what happens now is that we have those volcanic moments in Brahmin life, But then it goes down. I feel the volcanic stage becomes a stage of a little lamp. So, how do we constantly maintain that stage? And also, if it goes down, to create that stage again, sometimes it takes an effort. So, how do we make it instant, constant, and instant?
Well, I'm not sure I have an answer for you. This is a better
Mhm.
question for Didi. But like yesterday, again, a very intense
Mhm.
experience, and it was a new experience for me.
Mm.
And that was, and again, as Mohini Ben had suggested, being with the gathering, and I was in the gathering, and
Mm.
it was before Murli time. And I think it's very important, as Baba had said, and Didi also remembered, not to think of service when you're sitting for yoga,
Mm.
but it's also not to criticize your own self, to be in the form that Baba is seeing, to accept yourself the way that Baba sees you. And so
Mm.
yesterday it was that thing of being in my own intensity of light, my own brilliance, my own just many
Mhm.
words like that, and
Mhm.
then it became where like these waves started coming out from me,
Mm.
and for the first time ever it was like an unusual thing, but it was like because the waves were coming out from me, because I was centered in my own um
Mm.
you know whatever title you want to give it, self-awareness or completion, that the waves that were moving out from me then brought Baba's waves towards me.
So beautiful.
And so it was like the first time ever there was the experience of the confluence
Mm.
between my energy and Baba's energy. And I think that can only happen when you really do accept, even if it's for those moments, that
Mhm.
I am that which Baba sees me as, that I
Okay.
am the
Mm.
blissful soul, that I am
Mm.
the pure one, I am that being. And that's the thing that I think that sometimes
Mhm.
a little difficulty
Mm.
in accepting, because ching
Mm.
ching, that, oh, but I thought this today, or I did this today, or whatever,
Right.
something that mars, that gets in the way of the experience. And
Mm.
so to only see yourself, and that for me has been a commitment
Mhm.
for yoga for the most part, that I don't have any negative thoughts about myself when I sit
Mhm.
in
That's the
Prabhupada
key.
remembrance. Yeah, for me, that's part of the
Mm.
key. Yeah.
Mm.
And what about you? What about you? Tell me the beginning of your story.
My story.
A two-way conversation. I know we just have a few minutes, but go ahead. Let people know who you are as well.
Well, it began at a very young age. I was
Tell them
8.
your name. Most people don't know you.
My name is Maitri from Toronto, Canada. But yeah, it began at a very early age. I was 8-year-old when I first met Baba. It was in Diamond Hall. So again, at that age, I wasn't seeking for the truth. I wasn't seeking anything. I was in my own world. I would go to the center, listen to Murli, did the course, everything. And the first time when we went to Madhuban, I went alone with the center teachers. They took me. Usually they don't allow kids, but I
What
guess
what
this is a
age were
special
you?
case.
What
I
age
was
were you
8.
when you were 8 when you went to Madhuban?
Yes. But for Baba Milan, so Baba was there, and then Baba was meeting. So at the end, he was meeting double foreigners. And at that time, of course, I wasn't allowed to go on the stage. So what we did was the teacher took me at the backstage, and she was doing something because she had a duty backstage. So I was just standing near the door. And that's where I had my moment, that yogic moment, because all I could see was Baba's side face. And for a very few seconds, Baba turned and both of our eyes met.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And this is where, as you were saying, and I was feeling that moment again, that complete bliss. And
Yeah.
my heart accepted that this has to be God.
Yes, for me too.
Yeah.
To that thing that it had to be God. That,
Right.
yeah, that my own thing could not have risen to that state of
Exactly.
ecstasy. Might be another word that I would use. Ecstasy,
Right.
pure ecstasy. Yeah.
Yes, it was
Oh, that's
wonderful.
beautiful at 8 years of age. Wow.
I have another question for you. I know we only
I
have
know
few
she told us to finish at 5 past.
But the question we had was especially about tapasya, that you're one of the ancestors during the beginning days of double foreign service. So at that time, service was growing, but I still feel there was a strong foundation of tapasya then. Service is here today, but this service has that foundation of tapasya that was done at that time. So how do you see tapasya at that time versus today in the yajna?
I wouldn't so much put it in that context, but I feel that all Brahmins, when they come to Baba, they experience the beginning of the yajna. And so, while it was Toronto, it would have been probably in 75 or 76 as well, or it was London or Brazil or, China, wherever it happened to be, that every Brahmin has to have the same experience. And it is of that intensity. So I don't see it so much as a question of those days and these days, but that every Brahmin is guaranteed to have the same experience. If you're a Brahmin, you have, as Baba said yesterday, all attainments, the full inheritance. And so again, even though, like, say, for instance, if I think back to London, it was a whole group of us. There might have been about 30, 36 double foreigners. There was hardly any Bharadwasis at that time. But that we were all sort of in the same experience. And I've seen it happen all around the world, and they were all young at that time. So each individual, whether as an individual or if it's a group, it's a new center or a new country service, they all have to have that same experience. And tapasya is very, very much a part of it.
Wow.
It
This is what
wouldn't.
you meant, that you fully accepted yourself in Baba's vision.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
absolutely. But also Baba was very clever, because part of you wants to give a return as well. Like that, the responsibility of love or whatever, you want to give a return. But the more you want to do for Baba, the more Baba keeps giving you, So,
It's true.
yeah. And so there's that. Volcanic is, I mean, I understand the word. Sometimes words kind of get in the way. It's just like, it's about, how deep is your love? That's all. Deep is your love. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay,
That's
I'll
all.
reflect on that in Amrit Vela. How deep is my love?
Let me know.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Om Shanti.
I think we have Didi again.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So now tomorrow is Tuesday. Our schedule from Amritwela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening 5 to 6 p.m. Awake Murli revision. And together with that, in breakout room, Awake the Children Murli class. 6 o'clock, but you will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. Now I will remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
अंग हो शीतल, तपस्वी वही जिनके अंग अंग हो शीतल। मुख मधुरस छलकाए, नैन सुधा वर्षाए। मुख मधुरस छलकाए, नैन सुधा वर्षाए। प्रभु पे न्योछावर हो सर्वस्व अपना, सुख में सदा लहराए। प्रभु संदेश सुनाए, प्रभु पे न्योछावर हो सर्वस्व अपना, सुख में सदा लहराए। प्रभु संदेश सुनाए, तपस्वी वही। अपने स्वमान के आसन पे रह के, खुद पे करे जो अनुशासन। उनके लिए ही है इस संगम पर प्रभु के दिल का सिंहासन। अपने स्वमान के आसन पे रह के, खुद पे करे जो अनुशासन। उनके लिए ही है इस संगम पर प्रभु के दिल का सिंहासन। योग अगन के मधुर तपन से जग के ताप मिटाए। प्रभु संदेश सुनाए, तपस्वी वही, तपस्वी वही जिनके अंग अंग हो शीतल। मुख मधुरस छलकाए, नैन सुधा वर्षाए। प्रभु पे न्योछावर हो सर्वस्व अपना, सुख में सदा लहराए। प्रभु संदेश सुनाए, तपस्वी वही। हद के आकर्षण से परे वो एक के आकर्षण में रहे। उनके सुबह शाम दिल में दिलारा, महिमा प्रभु की धड़कन में रहे। ओ हद के आकर्षण से परे वो एक के आकर्षण में रहे। उनके सुबह शाम दिल में दिलारा, महिमा प्रभु की धड़कन में रहे। अपने तपस्वी जीवन से जन जन को सत का मार्ग दिखाए, प्रभु संदेश सुनाए। तपस्वी वही जिनके अंग अंग हो शीतल, मुख मधुरस छलकाए, नैन सुधा वर्षाए, प्रभु पे न्योछावर हो सर्वस्व अपना, सुख में सदा लहराए, प्रभु संदेश सुनाए। तपस्वी वही, तपस्वी वही, तपस्वी वही, तपस्वी वही।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।